I'm gonna season it on all sides. We are cooking it with the skin on. I think it's kind of gives it a little protection. If you don't like to eat the crispy skin, which I think is delicious, if you don't want to eat the crispy skin at the end after the salmon's cooked, it'll peel right off. Do a little pepper too. So when you cook the salmon with the skin on, you want to make sure your pan is hot. Otherwise, you're going to put it in the pan and that skin will just stick and become a mess. And then when I put it in the pan, you're going to see that skin's going to kind of shrink up. You can, you could kind of feel it. You could kind of drag this skin on there to see kind of how hard it reacts, how hard the sizzle is, you know. I wouldn't recommend a drop of water because that's gonna pop and splash. You could even just do like a little bit of salt like that. Or, you know, ideally you want to get it right. Like right now it's just starting to smoke. That's where I want to be. Like I was saying, that skin's gonna shrink up on you. And I'm not like pressing down on it. I'm gonna let it relax a little first. I'm just kind of holding it so it doesn't flop over again right now. As you can see, like, because of that heat, see it's sliding around the pan, it's not sticking. That means we are in a good place. After that salmon's in, I know it's not sticking. I'm gonna reduce the heat down to like medium and let it go. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. You'll see here in a minute or so, that skin will start to relax back down. And that's kind of when you want to give it a little press to make sure the entirety of the skin gets crispy. If you press it down too early, the skin's going to shrink, and you'll end up with the salmon fillet that long and a piece of skin like that long. Our salmon's cooking, so we're going to start the green beans. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of water on these beans. They're already trimmed up and washed. The stems are off. Like I said, just a little water to help. Toss them up like that. And what that's gonna do is help the salt adhere to the beans when I cook them. Just like that. A little more. And then these are gonna go, after they're seasoned, we're popping the lid on, and we're gonna go in the microwave for 5 minutes. So here we go, that skin's kind of relaxed. Ooh, listen to that. I'm gonna give it just a little press. Make sure, because there's gonna be like these little pockets and bubbles like this that aren't making direct contact with the pan. And I want them to make direct contact with the pan so that they're nice and crispy. You don't need to press too hard. Just give it a little every once in a while. And I've got that heat down just below medium heat right now. We're gonna let it go. Hi. So I'm going to gently sear it on all sides. Looks pretty good. Go back to the skin. And we'll add some butter. Get that butter nice and foaming, not burnt. Lightly browned is good. Baste away. Nice and slow. Salmon likes to be cooked nice and slow. A lot of fat in there. that's going. My beans are done. 5 minutes in the microwave. And let's see how it worked out. Nice and tender. Just like a perfectly steamed green bean. Fish is done. Let's finish the fish. Get that on the plate. And then I'm going to pull it out of the pan just for a minute and kind of let it rest and carry over. But you see, that skin on there is nice and crispy. I'm going to get rid of all this old kind of gross burnt butter or whatever, grease. But I'm going to keep this pan and introduce some fresh butter for our sauce. We're going to do like a little bit of a kind of a brown butter caper sauce, very similar to a piccata. And for that, all I need is the butter that I'm going to lightly brown, get it nice and foaming. I have some capers and caper juice to help season the whole mixture, and then I'll do a little lemon juice too. I believe in the show, in this episode, Dave removed the skin from the salmon. I'm going to leave it on there. I think that was just a preference from Reggie and Mark, our guests, that evening. But so yeah, I'm going to leave that skin on there. I like it with the skin. All right, so that you see that like foaming and starting to brown. I'm going to go ahead and add the capers and a little caper juice as well. That brine from the capers is going to help season the sauce, like I said. Very simple, no emulsification or anything like that to worry about. We're just going straight brown butter. Lemon. And that's it. We're going to bring back this garlic confit that we used in our Caesar salad earlier. And use that to kind of finish our beans. So I already gave them a little taste. And I know that they're going to need a little more salt. So put a few spoons of this, just the oil on here, just enough to kind of glaze them. Help that seasoning adhere. We don't want to go over the top with the garlic oil because then you just got greasy beans and nobody really likes that. Or at least I don't like greasy beans. Those are going to go right into whatever bowl you want to serve them in. And then we'll also finish them off with a few cloves of the actual garlic. It's like nice, soft, tender confit garlic in there as well.
Are you an all-in-one bite guy, or do you go one at a time? When you get like a dish with some sides, do you like putting it all at one spot?
No, I don't throw it all make a big casserole on my plate. Nah.
Right, I'll try the salmon on it.
I'm a savage, Dave, but not.
You're talking to some guy who's made an absolute mess of this beautiful dish, so I certainly know savagery well.
You eat like a 4-year-old, Dave.
Yeah.
I think that's
salmon and green beans, and yeah.
This is a very kid-friendly meal, for sure. We good? We're okay?
The skin is great. So crispy.
That's why we like Dave. He likes the skin. He's not afraid of a little skin, right?
I'm not afraid of a little skin. It's just a flesh wound. That's what I always say.
All right. Well, that's our salmon dish for today. Thanks for joining us. Chris would probably tell me to tell you to smash the like button right now, but that's not really, my thing. But yeah, thanks for being here.